Is Joel Matip's return even necessary, or will he just be another player that will not contribute anything to the Lions' success? Well, that is what we will be talking about today on Talk About Africa. So make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, comment what you think below, and share the video with your friends. Hinted on Sunday that he will be having talks with Fecafoot's president Samuel Etoo in order for him to intensify actions that have been taken to bring back the Liverpool star to Cameroon and play for Cameroon. And for a while, I must say this is new because I saw different reactions all over social media regarding this news. It is important to note that all coaches that have played for the Indomitable Lions ever since Liverpool star Joel Matip resigned from international football have tried their possible best to get him back to the Lions den. But throughout, he has categorically said he's not coming back to play for Cameroon, and he wants to concentrate on his club and Liverpool. And so hearing Roger Milla talk about bringing Joel Matip once again to Cameroon, many people started asking this question: wait, don't we have defenders? Why must we insist on bringing Joel Matip every time? And don't get me wrong, this is what I have to say regarding all of this. Well, before I give you the reasons why we need him in the squad, let's first talk about all the times Joel Matip has played for Cameroon. So this Liverpool star joined the national team in 2010 and represented them in over 27 games, scoring 1 goal. And one of these games and vital that he played for Cameroon was in the 2014 World Cup, and the 1 goal he scored was against Brazil in the group stage of this competition. This guy joined and played from 2010 right up to 2015, where he wasn't impressed with the technical styles and their decision and decided to quit. That was after the AFCON qualifying game between Cameroon and the Gambia. So Joel Matip decided to quit and leave international football and say, I want to go concentrate with Liverpool. I don't like the way the technical team is behaving. And since then, he has never gone back on his words. He has never come back from exile, and every effort made to bring back Joel Matip to the squad has all been watered down to drain. Let me tell you why Joel Matip is so essential in the Lions squad. Joel Matip has been a great defender for Liverpool. I mean, if you are doubting that, then him winning the Player of the Month, the Premier League Player of the Month in February 2022 should, convince you that Joel Matip is a vital defense person when it comes to playing for Liverpool. And that aspect of his makes him qualified to be in the Lions den. We're going to the World Cup and we will need a lot of defending. And let me not remind you that all of the goals, or most of the goals we've conceded, Cameroon has conceded, has come from wrong defendings and wrong decisions taken by the defenders. Our defense is really shaken. And to have someone who has played for a big club like Liverpool come down to a squad, it is going to be a very, very good thing. Imagine Joel Matip playing with Castelletto, Gandogaju, even though he has not been consistent lately, but Castelletto, Lotolo, Mukudi, and the rest. It's going to be a very solid defense. His comeback is going to solidify this defense, and we'll be expecting more. Secondly, Joel Matip is amongst the few players still playing from Cameroon that have participated in the World Cup before. Like I mentioned earlier, Joel Matip played in the 2014 World Cup with Cameroon, where he scored the lone goal Cameroon scored against Brazil. And so him coming back, it's going to be an addition. He has experience. He has played against Brazil before, and Brazil is one of our opponents in this year's World Cup. Joel Matip obviously is going to, despite being a solid defense, he's going to help these guys, prepare them mentally. He has played with tougher opponents when it comes to the Premier League, and this will not be a different case. He would obviously prepare the team, and those experiences that he has had in playing for the 2014 World Cup is obviously going to be shared amongst this player, because in our present squad, the only two people that have participated in the World Cup is Eric Maxime Choupo-Moting as well as Vincent Aboubakar. So Joel Matip coming in will make it third, and it would reach out to more players. And so that is why Joel Matip needs to be in the squad. He has experience as a defender. He is a good defender, no caps, and he is going to share his experience in taking part in the World Cup for the Lions, or with the Lions, to these new players. Now, I would say the decision of bringing Matip back is 100% good, because we will obviously have some downsides to this decision. First of all, let's look at it. Joel Matip has refused Rigobert Song during the World Cup playoffs. He has refused Antonio Conceição. He has refused Clarence Seedorf. He has even refused Hugo Broos. So when Rigobert Song reached out to him for the World Cup playoffs, he said he wanted to concentrate with his club, Liverpool, and according to what I read this morning in a blog, it says that he said he did not categorically refuse. He, however, said he needed time to think about the decision. And it is important to know that since his resignation or retirement in 2015, we have always called Joel Matip to the squad, and he has always refused. Now, remember, or look at it, teams or players who have worked their asses off to get to the World Cup, and they might not be called, because obviously we might not call nearly everybody, and they're begging Joel Matip to come back. So there is this sort of division that I feel might come into the squad. People will feel like, I was there when we played against Mozambique. I was there when we played against Cote d'Ivoire. I was even there when we played against Algeria, and I am being relegated back to the last zone, while Joel Matip is the favorite. That brings me to the next point. People will feel like, in fact, players will feel like other players are far more important than them, which is not the kind of attitude we want to get in a national team. Joel Matip has been like a catch for Cameroon, trying to get him all the time, while other players, immediately they are being called, they make a U-turn and come to the national team. That sort of division, inferiority complex, envy, jealousy among players is not what we want in the wake of a competition like the World Cup. So Joel Matip returning back might stir all of those feelings, and we do not want that. Joel Matip, we've been running after Joel Matip for years now. And I feel like him coming back to the squad, he wouldn't have that fighting spirit. It's like, for a child, when you force a child to do something, the child doesn't put all their heart into it, because it's obviously not their decision. It's because you've been forcing me to do it, and I don't want to look like a bad person. So that is what I'm thinking in Joel Matip's case. He'll be like, well, it's not my fault. These guys have been running after me. I just have to give them what they want. Not that I want to represent the team like other boys, other defenders, and other midfielders and attackers who really want to rep this green, red, yellow flag and jersey. All we want is for the technical staff to take the right decision that will not affect any player or make any player feel lesser to the other, because they are giving all the energy to Joel Matip. I still stand by the fact that Joel Matip is going to be an asset to the national team. So if this is your first time on the channel, make sure you like, click, subscribe, and also tell me what you think. Do you think we should call back Joel Matip, or do you think we're better off like this and just need to look for other replacements? Because we have great players, please. We have great players almost everywhere. So just call them to the team. What do you think? Well, leave your comment below. Let's talk about that.